Hey guys, DB right here, and welcome to What If Bulk and Skull Remembered the Identity of the Power Rangers? A part 2, and before we get into this, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course leave a comment at the end of the video if you got any thoughts of the story, anything I may have missed or something you don't like, or just to give me a thumbs up and ask me for more. Alright, so getting into this, right where we left off. Now, where we last left off, things weren't looking so good for our heroes, as they were pretty much being overwhelmed by Zedd's Putty Patrol, Goldar, and a brand new monster, one that basically created in my head, that basically destroys whatever it cites. Luckily, the Power Rangers aren't so easily destroyed, otherwise they'd already be beaten. And, well, with Bulk and Skull actually being part of the Power Ranger team in this timeline, because they remembered who they are and choosing not to expose them, and Zordon swearing on the secrecy, Bulk and Skull had become valuable members of the Power Ranger team in their own way, being great for eyes and ears, really good at crowd control, and a few unorthodox ways of assisting the Rangers in battle, such as them building their own battle armor and weapons, which, in the last part, Bulk broke his sword on Goldar's back, which is exactly where we left off. But that's okay. It was enough of a distraction for the Rangers to regroup and start getting a little bit of an advantage in this fight. However, their advantage was not going to end there, as Alpha teleported a special device that is intended to blind the monster, so he can't keep pounding the Rangers with high-level attacks. A couple more direct hits with that attack, the Rangers would have been finished. So luckily, it was teleported straight to Skull, who was actually able to fire a direct shot into the monster's eyes, and the Rangers do their whole forming the power weapons together and blast the monster with everything they've got. The monster is seemingly defeated and gone, but Zedd is not quite ready to give up the battle just yet. "Ah, you think you've won, Zordon? I don't think so. Time for my monster to grow!" And, yep, with that, the monster is grown. Alpha has no choice but to teleport Bulk and Skull out of there before they get caught in the crossfire. And, Goldar's all, "Yay, my Lord Zedd, we're going to crush the Power Rangers, yay!" However, the Rangers look to each other. They need Thunderzord power now. And as the Thunder Megazord is put together, Tommy, of course, summons up his Tiger Zord and converts it into Battle Warrior mode. And, well, it's a 2-on-1 battle against the giant version of the monster. Now, the good thing is, with the 2-on-1 Zords outnumbering it, it can only really attack one of them at a time, while the other one can maneuver along and pretty much take down the monster, which is exactly the strategy they go for, as when Tommy gets Tiger Zord behind him and calls out its attention, he immediately blasts it in the face with its energy ball-like attack that it does. And, well, it allows Thunder Megazord to charge up the sword and essentially finish off the monster once and for all. it is dead, and once again the world is saved thanks to Bulk and Skull. Well, kind of true. If they hadn't been there, they wouldn't have gained the advantage they had. After all, sending Alpha to teleport the weapon, or Alpha teleporting the weapon with no one to actually receive it, could have spelt certain risks if the bad guys had got their hands on it. So, really, Bulk and Skull played a big part in saving the world. And well, even though back in Bulk and Skull's interactions with the Rangers outside the command center, they pretty much behave like their usual selves. But that's just part of the cover. You know what I mean? If Bulk and Skull suddenly changed the way they behave, it would just make things ever more suspicious. So they are pretending they are still trying to expose the Power Rangers' identities and trying to take credit for saving their lives and all that funny stuff Bulk and Skull do. Yeah, it was us, wasn't it, Skull? Yeah, Bulk, I had the monster like this, and he had it like this, and they both fall to the ground in Ernie's, everyone laughing. I mean, come on, you gotta have Bulk and Skull's antics. The show's just not the same without it. And, so yes, with, a job well done, well, Zedd is now trying to come up with a plan to, get rid of the Rangers for next time. Now, it's proving to be a lot more harder and taxing on Lord Zedd's brain at this point because, well, as far as he was concerned, he had them beat this time. It's just Bulk and Skull got in the way and made things more difficult for Zedd. So perhaps it's to his benefit to actually capture Bulk and Skull and get them out of the way, as it were. And, well, he decides to send Goldar and the Putty Patrol immediately after Bulk and Skull, and, well, for what should be a really simple assignment, it's actually not that simple. For one thing, Bulk and Skull are good at saving themselves, running away, and, as it turns out, I've just started watching Zeo. As it turns out, Skull actually has quite a bit of athleticism talent himself. He's quite the gymnast himself, like Kimberly. Because he had to do this stunt in the movie. He was cartwheeling and backflipping and everything. So that does make Skull pretty hard to catch. Ugh, Goldar! He couldn't even catch a possum, let alone lose two. Ugh, that is it! And Lord Zedd resorts into sending down a monster, and it's pretty much then that he's able to successfully capture Bulk and Skull, at which point the Rangers are then called to the command center and told that Lord Zedd has captured, well, Bulk and Skull, and is currently holding them in the Dark Dimension, and that the Rangers are going to have to split up into two teams, because right then the alarm goes off, because, well, a certain monster is beginning its attack on Angel Grove, so they're going to have to split into teams, half of which will have to rescue Bulk and Skull, while the rest try and handle the monster. And I think that is a good spot to leave things as I think of an idea for the monster. I might use one that's actually in the series this time. And yeah, so yeah, this is where we're going to leave things for the moment. So again, don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Definitely leave us a comment. You got any suggestions or even any ideas to make this what if better than what it currently is. And yeah, as usual, we'll be back to continue this story the next time it comes up on the rotation. So, see you then. Check out the other content on the channel, the Dragon Ball What Ifs and others. And yeah, and I'll see you guys again next time. Catch you later.